Hi Virgo, welcome to your reading. This is your mid-month reading. So it is for the period of June the 15th through to July the 15th. It is looking at your love, life, career. It is quite a general reading. However, most people I think do come to these videos to get love readings, or to kind of look into their love life, as that's, I guess, what affects us the most, maybe. So yeah, you will find that a lot of the time, even with general readings, love messages are the ones that come through, because that's what's being kind of, it's like almost like the law of attraction. That's what's kind of coming out. So yeah, thought I'd go ahead and lay the cards in front of you, as I don't usually do that. I usually just lay them and then turn on the camera. So yeah. Okay. So it is a Celtic cross spread, but it's just laid out in a different way. Okay, so at the base of the deck, there was the Queen of Discs. She kind of fell out, really. That's why I put her to the side. And then we have the Lovers card, and then we've got the Four of Swords and the Two of Cups. I feel there'll be movement in your love life. You can say that for sure. Definitely here, it looks like it will feel like a very soulmate union. It may very well be a soulmate. You could feel like this is the one, with the Two of Cups, the Queen of Discs, and the Lovers card. And even the Four of Swords does speak to some sort of peace or harmony that you found, maybe with someone. Maybe you're finding it really easy to communicate with this person at this time, whilst also kind of maintaining some sort of a position or power, or still there's some sort of autonomy that you seem to keep over yourself, your future, your stability. It may be that you like to still, maybe that's important to you. Maybe money is important to you with regards to your current circumstances. We do have the Ten of Pentacles centrally in the reading. And we do see you here with the Five of Pentacles in the position of how you currently feel about yourself, or how you're kind of internalizing things. So yeah, money does seem to be really important. It could be around home and family, as it is the Queen of Discs. And it's just, I think it's more for you about creating security and building some sort of foundation maybe for your life. So maybe you could have started a new job. Maybe that's what the focus is. Maybe it's not really, maybe you've been out of work for a bit. We do have the Seven of Pentacles here in the past. So it could be that there's been maybe slow movement in money. Maybe there's been a lot of job applications that have been made, a waiting period as well, maybe for something to come in, and you're very focused on this coming in, and you're actually manifesting this. This is what you're manifesting, is the Ten of Pentacles. So with regards to a relationship, this could be that, this you're finding a very secure and stable relationship, and you're manifesting this. You are looking for something long term. That's what you want right now. So you may have been possibly in the past, maybe not that committed. Maybe you were more focused on work in the past and not interested in relationships. And that could have made your encounters more, or should I say less committal, or just, not really with that thinking too much into the future with regards to them. But now it looks like you are ready for a long-term relationship. You do want marriage, or at least something that looks like marriage. Moving in, commitment, maybe children, sharing money, sharing bank accounts, just this whole kind of sharing lives, fully, in a very kind of concrete way. So you may be looking to really get married, bring families together and things like that. That's what the Ten of Pentacles really would be saying. There's a lot of security here. Yeah, a lot of abundance as well. So I'm just looking at the signs here. Yeah, a lot of abundance. Okay, so we do start the reading out with the amazing Nine of Cups. So it looks again like you are trying to manifest some sort of dream, some ideal, some wish. This is probably everyone's biggest wish, money, family, security. This is like, never having to worry about a bill ever again, kind of, that's the potential here for you. And it looks like that's really what you're manifesting, and that's really what you're focused on, is this wish. With the Nine of Cups, it could be that you do get this wish. It could be that this wish is right under your nose. It could be that it is very close to you, like the wish is here. It's almost like the wish has been granted. But with the Eight of Swords crossing you, it would suggest that maybe you're still conflicted somewhere, somehow, by this maybe new opportunity or moving forward in this direction. So your heart seems to be there, your heart space in terms of manifestation. In your heart, you're there. You can feel it, you're ready for it, you're excited for it, it seems. But maybe in your mind, there's still a lot of maybe things that you need to undo. Maybe there's just too many maybe other people's ideas that you've adopted, or this really is about maybe you trying to figure out what it is that you believe to be true, seeking your own judgment in situations, really listening to yourself. And again, with the Eight of Swords, it could very much be about following your heart and not listening to your mind so much, not letting your thoughts get in the way of what you really want. So somewhere, somehow, this is happening, it seems, for you, that your thoughts are getting in the way. I don't know how. We will clarify this as well. I'm going to actually do an extended part to this reading, where I will be clarifying with another deck, the Santeria deck. I always forget what it's called, but I call it the Santeria deck. So yeah, I'll be doing that. So we'll figure out more about this. But obviously for you, you'll know pretty much already what this means if you're resonating. So, all right. So what's driving this whole situation for you at the moment is the Eight of Cups. So you seem to be on a journey. It looks like you are really trying to get to this Nine of Cups. You really are making every effort to move from this kind of maybe more stagnant emotional space. It's like you want to move on, like emotionally. You want to progress. You want a new experience, maybe in love. You want a new relationship, but you want to move forward. You maybe really want to leave the past in the past. You're ready for new experiences, and that's what's pushing you forward. And you're really trying to do that here. You're really trying to push yourself forward and try new things. Again, very much in your heart space, you're there. It's just this mental thing that could be blocking you. The outcome, we do have the Seven of Swords. So I mean, usually the Seven of Swords is depicted as quite a card about secrets and deceit, avoidance. But it can also talk about detachment as well. And this is the Moon in Aquarius card. So if you would imagine the Moon in Aquarius, and if you know much about astrology, you know that the Moon is about your emotions, your inner psyche, your relationship to your mother, those kind of things, very deep rooted kind of mental and emotional pathways, I guess, that we have. It also symbolizes the mind, interestingly enough, in astrology. It's connected to the mind, even though it's an emotional planet. So yeah. And then we've got Aquarius here, which is really about groups and not thinking about, it's the opposite to Leo. So Leo is like super in your heart space. Aquarius is more about what's good for the whole group and not really taking things so personal. So that's where the detachment comes in. So it looks like you do actually achieve, and I do see it as positive, this card, because it's so bright in comparison to the rest of this reading. It's a very bright, clear, it's like you find some sort of clarity, maybe, yourself. We do have one singular sword here, and maybe three other opposing, thoughts, ideas, beliefs. Belief systems are really what this is about as well for you. Some sort of belief systems that you have um, that could be rooted maybe with, we're getting really deep here, but maybe issues with your mother or in your early upbringing, as we all do. I mean, they say that your like your whole psychic or your kind of psychological makeup is pretty much determined and set by the time you're 7. So all those experiences that you have between the 0 and 7, that pretty much lays the foundation for who you are for the rest of your life. So the early years, that's what I'm getting at. Those times with those early rooted pathways that are created by our parents, etc., do greatly affect our relationships and how we maneuver in and around them. So I feel that you'll be getting some sort of ability to detach at least from that, and to figure out what it is. And it's almost like the Ace of Swords here, where you gain some sort of clarity and victory over many other ideas or belief systems that maybe don't totally serve you. But I feel that you will be getting clarity. You're going to start to see what thoughts serve you and what thoughts don't serve you. You're going to, start to see that, or that will be kind of the theme, and that will be the overall outcome for this period. Where you'll start to see what's serving you and what's not, and how to choose the thoughts that really do support your dreams and where you want to go. So, I mean, this could be like, sorry to go on, guys, but it could be something like, you meet someone and they're everything that you want. Your dreams come true. They seem to tick a lot of boxes that, are really important to you in relationships. And there's something long term here. However, maybe they have a particular interest, I guess you could say, or hobby or interest that maybe it goes against maybe society's norms, or it's something that's going to have that will bring in some sort of conflict in your mind as to being maybe in this having to really figure out what it is that, figuring out what thoughts and what thoughts do you carry from society that, or your family, or just yourself, that really do stop you maybe from having certain experiences, almost like prejudices. It could even be that far. I don't see that, but it's kind of like that. And I feel that you're moving through that. And we do see here, which is a lovely card, the near future, another 7. So big decisions, or decision month, especially with the Lovers card. It looks like it's definitely a month of decisions, especially with the 3 7s. You've got a 7 starting, a 7 ending, and then also in your near future you've got another 7. So yeah, this is 7 is a very spiritual number. It's connected, it corresponds directly to God, or the creator of all. So yeah, it's a very spiritual or pivotal moment. I feel that you do have a wish. There is some sort of something that's being granted to you, maybe by the universe, or by your manifestation, co-creating with the universe. I feel like you're on path, especially with the Queen of Discs coming out and slipping out. It looks as if you really are on the right path, or there is destiny. The doors of destiny kind of been opened up to you, and you can walk through it. Your heart's there, but it's like your mind needs to catch up. And it looks like I feel you will be successful, especially in this deck. The Seven of Swords does look very like a very successful card. It is also known as the card of valor, which is very much about winning and succeeding and being strong, being confident, acting in confidence, being a leader as well. So that will be, and this is Mars in Leo, which is a very powerful placement in terms of taking action, taking the lead, being a leader, not listening to anyone, literally following your desires. This is also about the Seven of Wands actually pushing away other people's interfering or trying to pull you down or trying to tell you you shouldn't do this, you can't do this, it's wrong, or you can't because you have got this to do, or you can't because that would do, that would embarrass me, or other people telling you that you can or cannot do something for whatever reason is like you're just pretty much sticking the middle finger up to them. But it looks like in a very kind of, or maybe this is your thoughts, of getting back to kind of old thought patterns. You're really kind of like moving forward, like very willfully moving forward in a direction that you feel is right for you. Again, we've got this singular rod centrally, so it's like another ace energy. It's that breakthrough moment. So you're having a breakthrough moment, really, with the sevens. That's really what this is about. Decisions, but it's also breakthrough moments for you this month, where you'll be breaking through some sort of boundary, moving forward. So then we've got, as we said, the Five of Coins here for how you see yourself. So you may see yourself as not having enough and being very focused on the material of how things look. You could just feel like you don't have a lot of money at the moment, or that you're lacking in some way, like you don't have the foundation that you want. Feeling very kind of empty, but not like empty, like lonely empty, but literally feeling a bit empty, like just feeling a bit light, like nothing's holding you down. Like I feel that with this card, like you're wanting a foundation, you may be wanting an anchor, maybe that's, and I think that's how earth signs do kind of feel about money and material, a working job, a regular salary, and just financial kind of harmony. Those things actually help, I think, earth signs feel anchored and secure and feel like everything's going to be okay. And that's their kind of, it's like a go-to comfort place. I think it is for everyone, probably walking the planet, but I think for earth signs, it's especially so. And that's really what they rely on. And maybe with Virgos as well, they like to be very independent and like to kind of rely on themselves. They want to feel secure within themselves, and that does come down to not having to ask anyone else for money, for financial support, or at least be able to bring in that money yourself. And you may be feeling like you're wanting that here, and that's why you're so focused here, but it looks like you do pull through, you do push through here. I mean, this could, this relationship could have a lot to do with money as well. Yeah, it could have a lot to do with money. Maybe there's someone that you work with, maybe it's your manager, maybe it's one of those relationships. No, but or maybe it's just you're a couple and that you share finances. This person supports you in some way, and but right now you're feeling like you don't have enough. But this is all very mental, so maybe this has got a little bit to do with your self-esteem too. Okay, so also this card is showing us that there's lights there's lights trying to get into this central part. You know, it's all the lights trying to move through this object. And there's so many things that keep distorting the light or not allowing the light to move through. And I feel that that's really, the light is really like the 9 of Cups energy or the 10 of Coins energy, both being yellow as well. So there's a lot of positivity basically trying to get through, and you could be blocking it because of the way that you're thinking. So like I said, something is right under your nose, and you could have waited so long that you could have given up hope, maybe. Just feeling like a bit of a failure because you haven't, whatever it is, you're not seeing it. Whatever dream or wish that's come true is that you're not seeing it. You can't see it, and because you can't see it, you think it's not. So you're very much focused on the physical. So if someone has promised you something, or it's like you're not going to buy into anything until you see something. You want to see them put their money where their mouth is, basically. Maybe quite literally with the 10 of Coins, or maybe figuratively. You want to see someone actually do something, or you want to see something concrete happen before you really start to celebrate, maybe. You have a lot of doubts. And but you're really trying to move forward. Okay, so then we've got the 4 of Coins for your environment. So in your environment, again, there looks to be a lot of protection. I feel there's like a boundary, there's protection. Again, there's more breakthroughs as well, opportunities. You could be closing yourself off to them as well, because of this real need to see before believing. You know, there could be that as well, kind of closing yourself off in a way, protecting yourself. But actually there's way more out here. So, you know, you could be within this very protected square, again, lights, yellows, trying to get into, like, all around you there is this wish, there's something that's around you that's what you want or expands you, and you just have to allow your mind to let in that possibility. But again, I feel that it's also to do with your emotions as well. Again, I think this is like maybe old emotional hurts, you know, where you've been like, okay, no, for definite, I just know that those guys that are 6'2" with blue eyes or brown eyes or you know, locks, you know, or those guys, they always, you know, let me down, or they always have so many other girls, or they always love themselves too much, or whatever. And it's maybe that kind of thing where like you've got an idea about something, and so you're saying this cannot add up to success, or this cannot add up because that's not what I see. I need to see it. But I feel that you know, as this is the reading and that's what's coming through, I feel that you are probably being advised here to recognize that there is something real here. There is some sort of real wish. Something that you're searching for is actually here, and you've manifested it. And it could be a relationship. Again, this talks about something that you really love. You know, something that you really love, like really, really love. I'm just checking the time. It's at 24 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. The Lovers card is about sometimes choosing. Sometimes it could be a little bit about choosing the unknown, or choosing love. You know, with love there's no promises, or choosing. Sometimes it is a little bit about taking a risk, making a commitment, choosing one thing over the other, closing the door on one thing, allowing something else to come in, making that commitment. And I think this commitment is here, and it's going to bring you lots of peace. And we've even got the Empress card here as well. There is abundance, there is wealth here as well, if that's what's important to you. Like the Empress card is saying that wealth is also here. You will be looked after. This will be the Two of Cups energy. You could even be like the Lady of Luxury with the Four of Swords here, like literally not have a lot to do and yet, you know, really kind of be chilling. And this could be more of an agreement as well, especially with the Two of Cups and with this card being called Truce, some sort of agreement. Just saying what I see, you know. And it looks like with the Empress card here, you know, you definitely will be put on some sort of pedestal, be treated very much like the feminine. You would be totally the feminine in this kind of relationship. And it just, to me, I feel that you know, you're really becoming into your own power in a sense. You know, your confidence looks like it's pretty good here. It looks like you're feeling really good about yourself. Things seem to just be falling into place. I mean, who wouldn't want the Lovers card, the Empress, and the Love card? It's literally called Love. I mean, in terms of relationships, anyway, it just looks really, really pleasant and lovely. And it could be very two opposite people as well that are coming together. You know, and as well with destiny being involved, as we've seen as well already in the reading, it feels like this is really a gift, you know, from the universe for you. It's like there's been a little crack in like being seen like this little crack of light, and it's come through just for you, and it's like it's yours, and you can go through it if you want. You know, you can go through that door. And I think that you want to go through that door. Okay, so we've got so yeah, we've got this also a Capricorn. So there could be a Capricorn around as well, a Capricorn in your environment, or a Capricorn that you're dealing with. This Capricorn could be maybe a little bit I mean, yeah, very much like the boss. Maybe a little bit controlling, maybe as well. But they're very secure. I see a lot of security here for you. Okay, so we've got the Five of Cups for how you, or what you're hoping or what you're fearing for. So it looks like this is what you're fearing. You're fearing not getting that emotional satisfaction. You're fearing regret. You don't want to regret anything. Okay, so that's what you're fearing. You're fearing that you're going to have regrets. And with the Sun card that's just come out as a further clarification to the Seven of Swords and your outcome, I would say that it's likely, again, in talking about clarity, this is literally just a worry. You're worried about being disappointed. You don't want to take the risk because you think you're going to be disappointed, or you're worried you're going to be disappointed. But I feel there's a lot of security here for you with a power card here. You have more power than maybe you even think as well in this situation if you do feel a bit disempowered and you are worrying. You're just worrying. Don't worry, Virgo. Don't worry. It looks like the sun's coming out for you. And, you know, the Seven of Swords can also talk about you having the upper hand as well, possibly in a situation. Okay, so especially mentally. Got the Six of Wands as well. Sorry, I didn't show you that. So yeah, that's more success, victory. And then we've got the Temperance card again, which talks about luxury to me as well. To me, it does. You know, luxury, harmony, peace, balance, you know, not really wanting for much. Everything just, and again, with the art card here as well. I feel like definitely the relationship is being looked over, you know, by your spirit guides, angels, whoever controls destiny, and you know, whoever's job that is. they seem to be, I feel, really watching over this connection. So it's like it's meant to be. Okay, for some people out there, that's how this is. And otherwise, there's just great victory as an outcome. I think there will be togetherness, there will be clarity. So this period will be a very sunny period. I mean, we haven't seen any nights here, to be honest. But the Sun card does also talk about travel. We've also got Sagittarius in here as well, and just more kind of sunny, hot, fiery cards. So you could very well be traveling with this person. The Seven of Swords could be about that. You guys could decide to get away from it all as well, to be together. You know, maybe it is a case of really marrying two very different people. Maybe that's what the controversy is. Maybe that's what the worry is. Maybe that's what's stopping you being able to move forward. It could also be that there's some other thing, another kind of taboo thing. Maybe it's not even taboo in society. Maybe it's just taboo in your family. You know, maybe your family is really homophobic, you know, for want of a better word. That's even a controversial word, but yeah. But maybe, you know, that is the case. Maybe it's something like that. You know, it could be so many things. But we're going to pull some more clarifiers in the extended reading. But it looks like either way, it's looking really good up until the, well, I should say, looking really good up until July the 15th, but this reading is for that period. So it looks like there'll be holidays, you'll be traveling, I think, with this person. And there'll be just a lot of victory, a lot of happiness. Again, this card pretty much reflects this card. Yeah, there will be harmony. So whereas there could be a struggle, you know, in the near future in terms of you pushing through, there will be harmony. It will all kind of be worth it. It will kind of pay off. And you'll have success. And you may even have other people supporting you with the Six of Wands, sorry. Other people may eventually come to reward you, or you might find there's a whole new group of people that you meet that are like your soul family in some way, you know. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take this reading over to Gumroad. The link's down below. I'm going to use the Mirror Love Oracle deck to find out a bit more about this situation, and I'll also be using the Santeria deck, as I call it. I can't remember what it's called. And also I'll pull a few cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck to see what else the Spirit has to say, and we'll just do the reading and see where it takes us. But thank you so much for stopping by. Please do like, share and subscribe. I do truly appreciate it. And yeah, leave a comment if you'd like to too. I always like to hear how these readings resonate for you. Yeah, otherwise take care and I'll see you next time. Bye.